Hey guys, it's Tyler, and I wanted to tell you a little story what happened to me over the weekend. I went off to London to see one of my friends who I hadn't seen for a long time, so it was kind of, I was really looking forward to it, and you know, I kind of wanted everything to go really perfectly, and you know, it was kind of like a big deal. I just literally collected my train tickets from the station that I was leaving in order to get to London, and I felt this really weird like twinge, this really like strange feeling. Just to give you a kind of background, I've got two stomas, one with like just my ileostomy, and then I have another stoma because I have intestine still remaining inside. I have to have another stoma to allow any mucus, because it's still a living organ, it produces mucus, and it allows the mucus to come out. Usually nothing really happens with this stoma, it's always usually all the focus is on Stan. However, Colin, the colon, decided to play up the day that I was going down to London, where I haven't been to London for a while. It makes me nervous anyway because it's a very big city, and it kind of made a really weird kind of feeling. Now, again, because it's Colin and he never does anything, I never bring any spare stuff for Colin. So, just to give you a little idea of what was about to happen. So I get on the train, and you can just feel when like some kind of leak or some kind of malfunction happens, and I was having some kind of malfunction with my bag. And I was literally about 5 minutes into the train journey. The journey was an hour, so I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm going to be in London in an hour with no backup, a potentially messy disaster with a friend that I've not seen for a long time, and I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? I hadn't seen this friend since before my operation, so he doesn't really know a lot of the ins and outs anyway, unless he watches these videos. But yeah, so not that he wouldn't understand, but it'd be very awkward to have to explain everything and the whole situation. So anyway, on the train I ended up tweeting in a sort of a mild panic to say, are there any ostomates in London today? Because I may need your assistance. And I had loads of replies back and people retweeting it so that other people would see, which was like the sweetest thing that anyone could do. This, thank you, if that was what I was wanting you. It was like, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. And so the message kind of got spread quite quickly that, oh no, Tyler's on her way to London and she needs like backup. I kind of felt like I was in a secret gang. So I got a few messages from people going, oh, I can see if if a friend or a relative has got a spare and then I can get it to you. There was one that said I could motorbike it to you, and I'm like, oh my god. This was all still on the train, I was getting all these responses, I'm thinking I don't know what to do. And I tweeted Coloplast to say, do you do emergency deliveries in the middle of like London? And they direct messaged me on Twitter saying, what do you need, where are you going to be? So I'm like, well, I'm going to be in King's Cross at 11:15, and that's pretty much what the plan I've got, because me and my friend, we hadn't really sort of got a plan for the day, we were just going to be in London. So I had a call, when I got to the train station, I had a call from Charter Healthcare, who are part of like Coloplast, it's like the delivery service tied in with Coloplast, and they basically said, look, we're going to get some bare minimum supplies, so like the bags, the scissors to cut the hole, some adhesive remover. We're going to courier the stuff to you in London. And I'm like, right, okay. So they said, don't worry, it'll be fine. We'll give you a call when they're sort of in your area, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. So me and my friend were like, well, because at this point it wasn't like an immediate emergency. I could feel that something was moving and happening, but it wasn't like explosion. So I knew, right, I've got some time to kill until the courier's going to be around. Things are fine. Let's just go around the Tate Modern. So we went around the Tate Modern and and things were still fine. And I think my friend had no idea of all this thought process that's going on in my head, but I was like panicking, like unbelievably panicking, thinking, oh my god, I'm in the Tate Museum. What's going to happen? And then started getting texts from the courier, like give me an update on where he was, because there was it was two people, so the other person was texting and sort of like, hey, we're here, where are you? And I was like, I'm still at the Tate, and they're like, right, okay, it's going to be about an hour from that point. So it had already been like a couple of hours, but yeah, It's going to be another hour. I'm thinking that's fine because there's nothing happening. It's okay. There's no panic. So we're like, we've got some time. I know, let's do lunch. So we're there having lunch because, like I say, it's the other stoma. It's not the digestive, as it were, stoma. It's the random bit of colon that doesn't really do anything apart from temperamentally, is that a word? Being very temperamental and deciding, actually, you're having a really good day, I'm going to ruin that for you and just explode. So we had lunch and it was fine, no major problems. It was actually a very nice meal. I think it was called Studio 6, somewhere along the embankment. Very nice. Kind of pricey, but it's London. So we had dinner, and literally as we were having our desserts, I had I had a call from them saying, okay, we're kind of here, whereabouts are you? So I'm trying to explain where we were, and eventually, yeah, my friend got like the map up on his phone and was like, okay, yeah, so they're there, so we're here. And then we were looking around, and my friend was like, is that her? And I looked, and she was kind of like looking around, and then I went out to see her, and it was her, it was the courier. So she dropped off my little package, and it was just like a little envelope. It wasn't like a massive box, it was like a nice little envelope with my name on. So eventually, like after lunch, we kind of went round and walked along a bit further, and then found a public toilet. So first time I've ever had to change somewhere that wasn't my house. It was kind of freaky, but I did it, and I went into a toilet cubicle and just closed the door, just pretending no one was around, and just changed the bag. And it was a good job it was at that point, because I think any longer, it was still contained within like the appliance, but literally only just, like it was already starting to permeate the base plate basically. So it was very lucky that I managed to do it in time. So yeah, and then I just disposed of the old bag and carried on the rest of the day, and everything was fine. And I just felt so relieved after that moment, and I can't believe that Coloplast are able to courier an item to me. I mean, yeah, it was a few hours from the initial tweet to me actually getting the product, but that's still pretty impressive to be in the middle of London. I mean, you know, on a weekend, and I just think that's amazing. And not only that, but all the people that retweeted my initial cry for help. Sometimes technology can be a bit of a curse, we all know this, but then there's sometimes where technology is fantastic, and the fact that I was sat on a train and I could write something into this device for then me to have some assistance down the road, it was just like amazing. Otherwise I don't know what I would have done. It would have been horrendous, and it would have totally ruined a day that I'd been looking forward to for so long if it wasn't for Coloplast. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It just saved the day completely. And everyone on Twitter who gave me some suggestions as well. They suggested, you know, ringing the clinic. They were direct messaging me with their number, like, if you still need anything, let me know. It was just like the sweetest response ever, and I'm totally indebted to you. You're lovely, and I feel like I'm about to cry, so I'm going to stop this now. But thank you, it's fantastic. And I just wanted to share that little story with you, because it's just, you know, the world can be so crazy sometimes, but then there are also some very good people in it. So thank you. And I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my bank holiday weekend, and I'll see you in my next video.